As a mechanical engineer, product designer, or a construction planner, you must have had a rendezvous with the top-of-the-line software, AutoCAD. Although it is one of the oldest tools for handling computer-aided designs, its efficacy when it comes to 3D modeling, 2D drawing, drafting, annotations, lighting, edge shaping, and almost every form of interface customization is unmatched. An advanced modeling tool like AutoCAD deserves the best mid-range machine, and this is where the Acer's ToughFX 505 GT comes into the mix. While the gadget isn't as beefed up as the workstations from HP and Lenovo, you still get ample firepower to run advanced professional tasks without hiccups. It is the Intel Core i5-9300H processor that powers the gadget and allows it to make faster and more reliable design-centric calculations, courtesy of the turbo clock speed of up to 4.1 GHz. The quad-core processor features a TDP of 45 watts and the TDP down of 35 watts, allowing you to change the operating modes, according to the complexity of tasks. Next in line is the 8GB RAM that can be upgraded, as per preferences. When it comes to storage, there is a 512GB SSD storage unit in place, with the ultra-fast IM support that helps load the Windows 10 OS and the application software in the least possible time. Despite being a powerful gaming notebook, the Lenovo IdeaPad L340 can also make way for exceptional professional productivity, provided you are using the same for CAD designing, drafting, and modeling. The Intel Core i5-9300H chipset performs satisfactorily, courtesy of the 4 cores, 45 watts TDP, and a turbo clock speed of up to 4.1 GHz. Besides assisting you with drafting, drawing, basic simulations, and rendering, the existing SoC also assists with SHF recognition. When it comes to more graphics-centric tasks involving 3D models and renders, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 GPU with 4GB RAM can come across a useful resource. The 8GB RAM in place allows you to work with sizable spreadsheets and datasets besides indulging in productive multitasking. Storage-centric requirements are handled by the 512GB IM SSD that comes with ultra-fast read and write capabilities. When it comes to the OS, you get Windows 10 OS. Lenovo comes forth with a brilliant 15.6-inch 1080p screen that offers exceptional viewing angles. The in-plane switching technology makes the display vibrant and makes sure that all screen colors come to life, regardless of the task in hand. As far as the ports and connectivity specs are concerned, you get USB 3.1 Type-C, USB 3.0, HDMI 2.0, and a host of other functional slots followed by decent wireless and wired standards. The existing battery offers a 9-hour backup, thereby making the IdeaPad L340 one of the more powerful mid-range notebooks for the CAD professionals. It isn't necessary to purchase a workstation for your AutoCAD indulgences if you can get your hands on the insanely powerful Razer Blade 15. Despite being a gaming notebook, the Blade 15 doesn't let its guard down even when intricate 2D and 3D drawing, basic simulations, and creations are concerned. Razer features the insanely powerful Intel Core i7-9750H chipset, that turbo clocks at 4.5 GHz. The existing SoC comes equipped with a 12 MB cache that efficiently minimizes application access and process times. The existing GTX 1660T GPU from NVIDIA allows you to handle 3D modeling, scanning, navigation, and rendering with precision. The existing GPU also features 6 GB of video RAM for deciphering intricate textures without hiccups. When it comes to multitasking, Razer Blade 15 brings forth 16 GB RAM, which effectively complements the existing CPU. When it comes to storage, you get a slightly restrictive yet fast 256 GB PCI SSD module. For minimizing the AutoCAD loading times, it is advisable to install the same on the solid-state drive, along with the Windows 10 OS. For CAD professionals, it is important to strike the perfect balance between the featured CPU and the dedicated GPU. Acer Predator Helios 300 is one such notebook that brings a lot of processing power to the table, courtesy of a high-end CPU, and an exceptional gaming-focused GPU. The Intel Core i7-9750H is one of the best chipsets in the given price bracket, allowing the Predator Helios 300 to support basic data migration, data extraction, layout viewports, and even the more intricate processes like 2D regeneration and photorealistic rendering. With a turbo clock speed of up to 4.5 GHz, This is a competent chipset that boasts of reliability and better performances. When it comes to graphics support, you get the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1660Ti, based on the Turing architecture. Despite being hailed as the near-perfect gaming-centric GPU at 1080p, courtesy of 6GB video RAM, this processing unit is a handy AutoCAD resource courtesy of additional CUDA cores, better clock speeds, external display pairing attributes, and class-leading cooling options. The machine features a 16GB RAM that is quite sufficient for loading and working with several data sheets and interfaces at once. When it comes to storage, there is a sizable 512GB SSD in place that supports faster Windows 10 OS and software loading. The new Alienware M15 is one of the more competent gaming notebooks in the market that even doubles down as a handy productivity resource. While the gadget boasts of a pretty expansive specs sheet, it is the intuitive Alien FX UI and Creative Control Center that justifies your inclination towards AutoCAD for all your 2D and 3D drafting, rendering, and prototyping requirements. At the onset, we have the Intel Core i7-9750H SoC, featuring partial overclocking and hexa-core architecture. With 6 cores to work with, any basic or even more complex AutoCAD application like 2D text customization, data pairing from spreadsheets, creating dynamic blocks for prototyping, and setting geographical locations is possible. Not just that, the Intel H series chipset turbo clocks at up to 4.5 GHz, which helps the laptop sustain remarkable CPU-intensive performances for longer stretches. The GeForce RTX 2060 GPU from NVIDIA is a resourceful addition for the CAD specialists. Be it importing 3D models or envisioning mental ray rendering, the ray tracing compatibility of the concerned GPU takes care of every professional requirement. Moreover, if you are looking to process more complex textures during 3D drawing or modeling, the 6GB VRAM integrated with this consumer-grade GPU comes in handy. The display on the Alienware M15 is enthralling and complements all your professional indulgences, courtesy of the 72% NTSC color gamut, and a decent response time of 25 milliseconds. The 15.6-inch screen exhibits a display resolution of 1920 x 1080 pixels, which is a handy resource if you are looking to view the 2D and 3D drawings in the truest possible tone.